If you guys enjoy what I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it's free and easy to do. Before we get started with today's video, I have an announcement to make. After years of telling other people's stories, I finally released one of my own. My novel Eternal Reign is available now in both ebook and paperback format for those of you who are like me and prefer to collect physical media. You can grab a copy right now on Amazon through the link in the description of this video. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. The Jedi Master Oteg, who commands the Republic fleet, left his droid out so it could get your attention when you walk by. Calling you on your personal frequency would have been easier, but this way he can be sure that no one will be able to listen in. He needs your help with something important, so secrecy is a very high priority. He's gotten some info that says the Empire has a secret prison inside of a place called the Maelstrom Nebula. It's pretty much impossible to fly there without dying if you don't have the right equipment. But the Empire is keeping a Jedi there who has some extremely important information, so you need to free him. Normally, no information would be worth taking on such a risky mission, but the particular Jedi knows exactly what the Sith Emperor is planning, so freeing him is worth any price. Oteg will tell you the full plan when you meet him on his ship, so you head to the Dreadnought Telos to see just what you're about to have to do. When you get to the ship, Oteg lets you know that the way he found out about the prison wasn't exactly normal. But Jedi are used to strange things, so you're pretty sure nothing he tells you will be that far out of the ordinary. And you would have been wrong, because the source of his information appears, and it's the ghost of a long-dead Jedi. While Force ghosts aren't exactly the rarest thing in the galaxy, they don't usually pop up in random places talking about launching a prison break to stop the end of all life. According to her, the prisoner has been holding the Emperor back for 300 years, but he's starting to wear down. If he loses, then he'll fall to the dark side, and the Emperor will use him to wipe out everything. You have a lot of questions, like how this guy lived for 300 years, but the dead Jedi can't stay for long, so you'll have to get your answers after you break into the prison. The Jedi did manage to tell Oteg what he'll need to get there. There's a special computer called a Gree that the Imperials have in one of their fortresses, and it's the only thing that can guide a ship through the nebula. The Gree are an extremely old civilization whose inventions are hardly seen anymore. So how the Empire got their hands on some of their tech is a complete mystery, but you're going to get it by utilizing the 5-finger discount. Their fortress is on a planet called Taral 5, and it's guarded by way too many warships for the Republic to launch a direct attack. So Oteg's people decided to capture an Imperial shuttle and let you and a small team use it to sneak past the guards and land on the planet. Oteg and his fleet will hide out on the edge of the system so he can watch your progress, and if things start to go wrong, they'll come to get you. It's the best plan you've got, so using your stolen shuttle, you make your way to the planet and get to work. It's a very dangerous world, not just because of the Imperials, but there are a lot of very unfriendly and very large creatures there that are very eager to eat intruders. But you make your way into one of the Empire's facilities and contact Oteg to find out exactly where you need to go next. His slicers have been shutting down the Empire security grid to make it easier for you to get into the fortress, and for them to get you off-world when the job is done. And since the fleet isn't expecting a ground assault, you shouldn't have to deal with them. He sends you the location of the fortress, and you get back to business. When you get inside of the fortress, you get contacted by your old not friend Grand Moff Kilran, who is happy to see that he gets another opportunity to finish you off since the whole Asales incident. He's in his ship above the planet, and even though you're in his people's fortress, he has no problem blowing them up to get to you. Oteg heard the transmission from the crazy Moff, so he takes his fleet in to stop him from dropping more bombs on you, but you don't have long to get the computer. The last thing guarding it is a general using a lot of highly experimental Jedi killing tech that does little to keep him alive or make you not be. And once he's done, you find the scientist and the very small computer that you need. Dr. Narum, the guy in charge of the facility, doesn't want to give you the computer since Darth Malgus got it when he was out in the Outer Rim, and without it the hundreds of ships that they have studying the Maelstrom Nebula will all be destroyed. The safe paths into and out of the place change by the minute, and if you take the computer, hundreds of civilians will die. Since you're not a monster, you let him send a final order for them to leave through a safe route before you take the computer and get out of there before Kilran finishes blowing up the fortress, proving that you cared more about the lives of his people than he did. Oteg's fleet lost quite a few major ships during the battle, but there's no time to cry about it since you need to get to the prison before the Empire puts more defenses around it. His people have already started using your computer to plot a safe route to the Maelstrom prison, so you get ready to head out to save a man who's apparently so important that the entire facility was built just to hold him. This concludes the story of the Taral 5 Flashpoint. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, comment, share it, and subscribe. Grab a copy of my novel on your way out, and I'll see you all next time.